Hello and welcome to this video on Charlie Kirk rocketing across. Now there's quite a lot of videos on YouTube investigating the death of Charlie Kirk, and one in particular they're looking at the pendant or the cross that was around his neck and its unusual behaviour. Now I believe it could have been done with a small rocket inside the cross. In 2015 I got myself into a sort of rocket science a bit, and I needed what was called a rocket acceleration amplifier. Now that was to make a very small rocket move very small distance in a very quick time. Unlike a skyrocket where you would have that sort of light the wick and it goes like shh and then it takes off. You need an accelerator amplifier to get the rocket going quickly. Similar to what we have in a jet fighter travelling at Mach 2, and they have these rockets that launch intercepting rockets. They have to get ahead of the aeroplane. You don't want this thrust too long around the aeroplane, so they get them out of the way quick. The other thing, I was quite shocked at some comments. These dedicated YouTubers are investigating Charlie Kirk's death, and some of the comments were quite disturbing, and one particular was, "Let the man rest in peace." Well, no, not for me. As a fellow Christian, I think there's too much controversy around his death, and if I can help in any way. So the next clip you'll see is a slow motion of the rocket and how I believe it may have sort of travelled around his neck, and something to think about anyway. So we'll go to that now. So here we have the setup to test this rocket in a cross concept. Basically a rocket in a cross, a neck chain, and a large cylinder of water to represent the size of a neck. So now we'll go to the high speed, see if we can capture this. So the cross travelled from this ruler here 400 millimetres from the starting position, and that's about approximately, exactly 400 millimetres I'd say. So that's it. Just to follow up, for those people who are sort of interested in model rocketry, here's a model rocket that I was playing with, and that's basically the propellant I use. Now if you look at the back, the jet, it's a large jet, so what would happen is that would just fizz for a couple of before it took off, and a bit of delay, so you have to get that instant acceleration. So it's basically a combination of these polystyrene balls are jammed in it to give you the accelerant, the mass, which cuts through the paper. That actually hit me on the leg over here. I'll just show you that. That's where it cuts through the paper, and I was standing behind that. Didn't hurt or anything, but gives you an idea of the... Anyway, enough of this. There's enough on the internet about accelerometer magnifiers, more than I could actually contribute. Thanks for watching, and I hope this can help people.